Hello, welcome to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. My name is Bobby. Joining me for this quick look at Dave the Diver is Chase Kinnicky. Let's get wet, Chase.
I stay wet.
I stay wet. I stay up all night fishing and making sushi for the best people out there. Dave the Diver, Chase, this one has completely consumed me. Completely.
Yeah, you've been talking a lot about it on our podcast and in conversations that we've had. You seem to really like this one.
Yeah, man. I feel like I don't get surprised that much anymore. Just kind of like knowing how much we look ahead and how much we talk about games and how much we kind of immerse ourselves in that culture. I know kind of what's coming and what I want to play, and I'm already looking ahead to 2024 at like the games I'm looking forward to. And when a game, and especially in a year like we're having, where I'm just like feeling like there's hit after hit, to just kind of show up out of nowhere and blow me away like this one has, it's really made an impression. It's something else, man. I'm loving it. What do you know about it besides that I enjoy it quite a bit?
I know it came out June 28th of 2023. It's developed by Mintrocket, developed and published, and it's out on PC. It's out on Macs. But other than that, I honestly don't know a lot about it. So, Bobby, what do you actually do in Dave the Diver?
Dave the Diver is it's a combination of a lot. Like if I was going to be like, hey, here's a quick pitch on it. You are diving to get resources to bring back to a restaurant that you help work in. And alongside that, you're going to find some mysteries underwater. You're going to meet some characters at your restaurant, and you're going to expand the things that you do between those two, such as fish breeding, farming. You're also going to be upgrading your equipment and your restaurant, as well as like a wait staff. You've got quite a bit of things that you can do, from like even like a built-in card game of like the fish that you collect. There's many tasks that you can do to like do echo research. There's quite a bit, but the biggest thing I think is probably the diving, and
it's in the name. So
yeah, you've got
there better be some diving.
You basically got 3 to 4 phases in a day. You've got morning, afternoon, and evening, and any given moment you can kind of go and do however you want to go about it. But certain things happen underwater depending on what time of day or weather you're having. And while you're underwater, you are collecting things like scrap iron. You might come across these red pots, and that's always going to be more like raw ingredients. Think like miso, salt, oils that you're going to use for certain recipes. And you can see over there on the left, it's going to like pop up some of the things that you're working on. You also have this little overview of what you're looking to do. So here I've got my main quest, which is to find the abandoned cave. I'm also looking for seaweed for the collector, and down there at the bottom, that is like our VIP target for the restaurant. They want vegetable sushi, and that's what introduced farming into the game. But while you're underwater, you are managing your depth as well as your oxygen. Both of those can be upgraded. I don't have access to my phone because I'm underwater, but there's a whole app that lets you upgrade with the currency that you get from your restaurant, or just by selling raw ingredients. You've got a weapon that you can use, as well as a harpoon gun to catch fish, like so. That is upgraded, and we just got a yellow tang, a level 2 yellow tang, that is. And I can also upgrade my weapon on this. So like what I will say, I'm going to pause because my oxygen doesn't go down while we're doing this. Your oxygen is also your health bar while you're underwater, because you can take damage. Think of your dives as runs. So you are outfitted with your gear. So I've got my harpoon gun, which I've upgraded a lot. I have the standard harpoon tip. I have a standard melee weapon, and I have a sniper rifle gun. I have a few charms equipped. You can change those out as you see fit, and you will be able to pick up 2 consumables, and you can upgrade those, or not upgrade those, but you can swap those out on your runs. But you are getting things on your run that you do not carry over with you. However, if it's a new gun, you'll need to find that gun 3 times, because each time you do it, you get a blueprint. And when you get 3 of the blueprints, you then have the ability to either upgrade or craft that weapon and just start your run with it. So that's what I did with the sniper rifle, because I think it's the most powerful. But here I found a gun crate, and this is going to be the triple axle I don't think this gun does great damage. It's kind of like a shotgun, but because of my upgradability, I can now just disassemble that and get a few of the fragment parts to continue upgrading my guns, which we'll do in a second. You'll find oxygen containers along the way. I don't really need this one, but just for the sake of this dive, I'll show it to you. And then you have these yellow crates. This is going to be all kinds of different items that you can grab and bring back. It's, in this case, a cheap Japanese sword, which is going to increase our damage for our melee quite a bit. But I want that clownfish. I don't want to shoot it, though.
And is that just this run that you have that extra damage with the sword?
Yep, and I can find multiple ones of those. So, like, there might be some that has the ability to, like, knock somebody out and put them to sleep. And that will play into the type of like upgrades that you can do. So when I say upgrades, like that fish had a rank 1, as you saw. But if I was able to get a fish and not like damage it, shoot it, hurt it, but maybe catch it with a net, then I get a higher rarity of it, and I get more yield back at the restaurant off of that as well. These are escape pods. So if you're down low and you're just like, hey, I'm done, I don't want to go all the way to the surface, you can grab one of these and get back up and keep all the stuff that you got. If you die or run out of oxygen while you're underwater, you get the option to keep one item from your dive. This is a sleepy toy hammer. This is going to go down in the damage, but it's going to give me the ability to immediately tranquilize. So I'm going to grab that one, and let's just see if I can get this parrotfish with that, because they are worth quite a bit. All right, it's knocked out. So now I'm going to use my drone to come in, and I don't have to do it, but this is a bigger fish that I normally couldn't reel in. And if I use the drone, I get the absolute best version of that. So you see that I just got a rank 3. I haven't had that yet.
Okay.
So now I'll show you after we get to the surface why that's important. But because I was able to capture that in a more humane way, we got much better yield on it. Now there are some predatory fish, like we're coming across this one here. I'm gonna go ahead and catch it because I've upgraded my gun enough to do so. But as we go down a little bit deeper on these dives, you're gonna keep, you can see on the left how deep we are.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna keep moving down, and I've upgraded my outfit here to be able to go all the way up to 94 kilograms on a run. You started off with very, very little ability to carry a bunch of stuff, but now I can stay down here pretty long and get quite a bit.
Yeah, we talked about this on our ridiculous fishing quick look, but there do seem to be a lot of similarities between that game and this game.
Oh yeah.
Except that this game, it's like, what if every aspect of ridiculous fishing was its own game?
Yes.
Like everything is so far expanded upon here, and it's really a sight to see. Like so far in the quick look, we've really only seen the diving part, but once Bobby finishes this dive and we start to see the other aspects, you'll go, holy shit, there's just so much here.
So that's
a big thing.
Yes, and I was able to dive out of the way there, juke it, and we're gonna shoot it, and now I'm going to do the same thing here, and we're going to just throw on another, because I get 2 drones per dive, so you want to be a bit smart about how you do that, and we'll get into like why I'm being so cavalier with just grabbing these things. I'm gonna go ahead and take this escape pod chase. Let me go just a little bit deeper here. Just want to show. I'm gonna get to like where the climate changes quite a bit. The one thing I'll call out is there's not really a good map that I've encountered yet.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go back up.
Okay.
I'll grab this guy and we'll call it. So when you do this escape pod, this will come down and immediately take you back up to the surface. Dave's a good boy.
Nice. I mean, I remember the first time you showed me this game, I also compared it a little bit to SteamWorld Dig, the original one, where that idea, again, is kind of like going on these runs, going down to find some stuff. The further down you get, the better the stuff is, but having a bit of a time limit. There's also, I don't think it's an oxygen level since you're a robot, but it's some, I think it might be your steam or something, however much power you got. and you have to use that wisely to get as much stuff as you can before you come back up to the surface, which
Oh
is
yeah,
where you can sell and upgrade and do all that stuff, so you can go down for longer periods of time. And it's kind of the same here, but there also just appears to be so many more things that you can do here when you are on the surface.
absolutely. And like when you're down beneath the water, like you're obviously like I was grabbing those elements that we'd find. You saw a little bit of the combat I got into with the one shark there. You saw how we were catching things. You can keep going down deeper, and you're going to find more. The deeper you go, much like ridiculous fishing, the higher the yield, but higher the risk as well. There's also bosses in the game, which are really, really well done, man. The boss fights, I don't want to spoil anything there, but there's been some amazing boss fights down there that you get to be a part of. And this is what you get to see a little bit of, like, okay, this is my 51st dive. I went down, how far did we go? 124. I've gone down to 259. That's my best. We only caught 16 fish. I've actually caught 47 on a run, and you can see that the ones that I obtained while I was on there, like that would be items, whatnot, was 39. So not my best run, of course, but certainly not the worst. And when you get to this part here, this is going to show you the cooking ingredients that you got, as well as the fish. Off to the right, you can see the yield. So here's what I was talking about, that the drone. Look how much meat we get off of that humphead parrotfish with the drone.
Well, it's also just a bigger fish, so it's going to have
totally
more meat on it.
So I sent those to the fish tank. The other thing I'll show you is while we were down there, we got a rare level 3 fish. And this is the you got to fish them all, Chase, which I think you'll appreciate.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get to do some boss battles, and those are going to be your holographic cards. But let me see if I can find the one that we just got here. There it is. So I was able to bump him up to a gold star level 3 because we did it in a way that we retained the integrity of the fish when we caught it. So here I've got a 1 star because I just literally beat the shit out of that barrel jellyfish and grabbed it. Other times I've done it in a bit better. Like blue is mostly my average, but you can see how they kind of gamify. All right, well, maybe you have all the fish, but do you have the best version of the fish?
Is this an encyclopedia or is it actually a card game?
It's not really a card game, but the way that they're doing it reminds me very much of like the Magic or Pokemon cards. Just
sure. Okay. Yeah. Just
this is your Fishopedia essentially that you have there. The other thing I wanted to show off.
Maybe when you first talked about it, you made me think that they put like a Gwent.
Oh God,
game,
that would be.
Which I believe you at this point because the game is so expanded on so many other fronts.
Yes.
But okay, just your encyclopedia. I do like the way they show that off though. That's a cool presentation.
You can see your upgrades here that I called out, the cost that goes with it. So I've maxed out my suit. I can go all the way down to a depth of 540 meters. I could upgrade my tank, which, you know what, let's go ahead and do that. Like that's going to take me up to 265 health or oxygen now. And we'll back out of that. Let's talk about the weapon shop, because I think that you're going to enjoy that. This is Duff's weapon shop. Duff's a good guy.
Oh yeah, Duff seems like a good guy.
And we can upgrade weapons, or we can craft a new one. And I like this small net gun. I think that we should craft it. What do you think?
Sure, I can see that being useful.
Get to work, Duff.
Oh no. I assume this plays every time you do something like this?
Well, that's the thing. You get certain upgrades or certain little cutscenes that happen.
Wow. That was beautiful, Duff.
And I want to upgrade my sniper rifle.
Okay.
So I've got. It'll let you know what you need. Obviously, you need the red sniper rifle, but I need all these other.
Flame sniper rifle is going to come in real handy when you're.
Well, so that's the thing. You get like elemental kind of ongoing persistent damage that will help you take down bigger things for sure.
Okay.
But I'm going to just go with our level 2. We're going to craft that.
Jesus Christ. Oh no. Oh, Duff. Oh, Duff. I respect it, but I can't follow it.
Thanks, Duff.
I'm a weeb, but I don't think I'm in Duff's I'm not near his level.
You know why Duff loves you so much, Chase?
Why is that?
Because Duff had a special package of a waifu being delivered that was on sea and had a shipwreck, and you had to go save the waifu. And
okay.
So Duff is your friend now.
Sure, that makes sense.
Hey, look, fishing might not be your thing, but maybe farming is. So let's just go check this out.
Nah, I'd rather fish. I'd rather fish than farm. But sure, I'll play your game. What do you got?
So here you have been working with. You're going more farm to table, Chase. That's the whole concept here. You're growing your own rice for your sushi. And this is Otto. And Otto came in, and he was a real callous individual, but you made him a meal that took him back to his childhood. And he's like, I want to be your buddy. And he takes care of just growing the rice. He's like, just make sure that the weeds are pulled if you can. But over here, we're growing. I only have one row. I haven't unlocked these yet, but for this mission that we're going to show you tonight, we needed to grow some carrots and we needed to grow some eggplant, and that's what this is here. So farming, again, very simple but still fun. And
do you think he's called Otto because he automatically grows stuff for you?
Might be. He also runs fish though, because we have a fish. That's not the only farm that we have, but one of the things that I really like about this is, as you called out really well, the game just keeps kind of unveiling new things for you to do, and some of the stuff that you were doing. It's like, well, I need fish. I'm running a restaurant, but I want to focus more on rescuing waifus or something like that underwater. So you get this farm, and they allow you, whenever you catch fish now, to get roe. And you have this whole other area that, like, I could just start to farm fish and sell them, but maybe I didn't want to have to worry about catching all the fish any longer. So like these blue tanks, I could sell it or I could send it to the kitchen. And I've got 15 of them. I want to keep 2 of them going so they can keep reproducing. So I'm going to go up here, and we're going to go all the way to 13 and send those to the kitchen. And now I'm down to 2 there. And I'll do the same thing for this red lionfish. So I want to have 1 there. And we want to make sure that we sell 11 of those. And you kind of get the idea of how this plays out. So now I've got fish. And I can expand these because I'm at occupancy on this one, but you can unlock new areas for the depths that you go. So like here, if I wanted to see some of the sharks that I got, there they are. And you've got this whole little like aquarium / breeding tank now to help you get those fish going.
So how here, I love that this is here.
Yeah.
But also I feel like if I was playing this game, I could see myself going, hey, I really just want to do the dives. I just want to keep diving. That's the part of the game I find fun. How much do they force you to engage?
Not at all.
With these parts of the game?
Not at all.
Okay, so you can kind of just let Otto do his thing, and he goes in there, and sometimes you can come and visit and sell some shit, but then
yeah, I mean,
you don't actually have to do all the farming. Like this isn't Stardew Valley where you have
no. The farming is literally they made you do it twice because you needed rice, a special rice for recipe, and you needed vegetables because this person doesn't want to eat fish that we're going to be seeing here in a second. So that is kind of like what this is here. But I
would say if you don't want to eat fish, I would probably not go to a sushi restaurant.
I think that's very fair.
And this is coming from a guy who also doesn't like fish, but I do like my crab sushis. I'll do the crab and shrimp sushis. But this guy's like, I just want vegetables. I'm like, dude, go somewhere else.
So the
Maybe
one thing
sushi isn't for you. Like that's kind of the whole point, that it's meat in the thing.
On.
It's fresh meat in the thing.
The much like we played a game called Cardboard Kings where you were interacting and selling shit, and you would have big events that would come up, like, and Stardew Valley does it as well. But we've got a VIP visit and a party, which the stars have literally aligned for this quick look, Chase. The party is something that happens often. Like you can see that we had one here and we had one here, and they're more seasonal events. Like this one that we're up against, if you look at the upper right, you see kind of a blue marlin there. This is a marlin festival, so people who are coming to your sushi restaurant are going to want dishes specific to that. So I'm gonna.
You better have some fucking marlin.
You need to have fucking marlin. I do have marlin.
Okay, that's good.
I've been saving up for you, I want you to get the full Dave the Diver experience. So we're gonna do quite a bit.
VIP?
You are the VIP.
Oh, hell yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about this, because this could be a whole game by itself. I mean, it's crazy how in-depth this portion of it is. So this is your restaurant, and you are down at the bottom. I'm moving through this here. You can completely upgrade the way that your restaurant looks, and that will help you attract, you want to have a very Instagram worthy restaurant chase, or in this case, a Cookstagram, which you run. And you are working on here. This is how you rank up, actually. So you can go from a bronze level to a silver level to a gold. We're working towards platinum, and I think we're going to get there tonight while I have you here. I've got the followers, but I don't have the best taste yet. We're going to work on that. So I've researched enough recipes, and because tonight is going to be the we'll have to come back in advanced time, which I can skip a whole fishing portion. So let's go ahead and do that, actually. Because you get a morning, you get an afternoon, and you get an evening. And you can go diving at night, but it means you have a shorter restaurant segment. But at night, you can get certain fish that you normally wouldn't be able to get. So it's kind of a trade-off thing there.
Okay.
But we're going to go right to evening, give Dave a much-deserved nap.
Sure. Almost like a persona thing going on here of, hey, you have 3 opportunities to make social links in persona. You have 3 opportunities to do different things in Dave the Diver, and what you choose to do leads to different outcomes.
Yep. So we're going to swing by the farm one more time because our crops finished growing, and we can use some of those probably in recipes. So I'm going to grab that. We're going to head back to the restaurant. Let me get some rice here. And it looks like my wheat that I planted is available, which I haven't used wheat for anything. I was able to buy some seeds there from him. So let me get this really quick, and then I'll show you what that's going to look like for us when we go and hit a Marlin Festival, as well as prepare for a VIP. I'm going to show you, we're going to upgrade a couple dishes, and we're going to learn a few new recipes. And there's some really awesome, the animations and cutscenes they do with this stuff, I think, are just top tier. So let's head to the restaurant. We got our ingredients, and it's going to look a little bit more different tonight because there is a party going. That's Sammy. He's our VIP rapper that's coming in for that veggie sushi.
Sure, it says balls.
I think it does say balls. Look at our man cook here, coming up with this custom dish.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
It's so good, man. All right, so we've learned the recipe. We're gonna deliver that recipe really quick. Dave, hustle, 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 hustle. Let's see if he likes it.
This is like an even more ridiculous version of that. Have you seen that Michael B. Jordan commercial where he's like eats the sushi and goes like, "I wonder where this one will take me"?
Yes.
That's 100% what I'm getting here.
Otto's coming in. Oh shit.
Oh damn.
Oh shit.
Balls.
That's why he likes vegetables, because this old man makes them.
All right. Okay. You know what? I take back what I said. You can have your dad's vegetable sushi. It's fine.
Oh, that's cool. This is cool. Awesome.
That's
all right.
Cool. So like they're putting in some real story stuff in here too.
Yeah, there's absolutely been, there's even like so the girl, I'll pull up here and show her to you. Let me get past this here. Look at that, we got 50 likes, we got some golds, and we got a poster to put up. And that mission's done. All right, over here, if I go to my staff, Makai, she came in, yeah. Maki came in, and let me see if I can get some details on her. So she came in and she was using like this puppet to talk to you, and her father had been missing. He went on a dive, never came back, and you actually found a letter from her dad and brought that back up to her through the quest, and had a really tender moment. And she kind of talks about like how her and her dad always talked about her becoming a cook, and she had like no skills. Everything over there for her cooking, serving, procure, appeal, all that was ones. And you can level them up. She's level 5 now, but she's like, just please give me a chance. And so she's working in the kitchen helping us make sushi. And that, like, I love that I could swap her out if I wanted to, but because of the story beats of the game, I want her to be successful and I want to keep her in my kitchen.
That's cool.
But I have like a whole waiting room also of people that like I've hired, because that's a whole other sub game, is like finding talent. I can come in here and run ads to get the right talent to come in and help me out in the kitchen. And you can upgrade these people. They learn new skills when they work in the restaurant with you. You can see what your fish that you catch bring back and what they will bring, what you'll need for the recipes. But I mentioned earlier that we were going to research, and the reason we're going to research, Chase, is those pink ties mean that these are part of these dishes that we could use with the marlin. And if you have a good night at the restaurant, you're getting these flames that you're using to unlock recipes. So we're going to research this. And once you do one of the cutscenes, you can just immediately do the research there. So I'm gonna burn up a few more of my points here. We'll grab
you
that.
gotta get those gyozas, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Soup. Let's go with this one here, and we'll get some more tonight. All right, so we researched the recipes. Let's plan the menu, and that's a really big part of it. I've unlocked all the slots so far, so we want to focus our effort on all of our big dishes for tonight. So I'm going to look for those pink indicators on here. I don't have the kelp, and I don't have sailfish, obviously, but I don't have garlic either. So we can't use those that I researched tonight, but that's okay. We're going to focus primarily on a lot of dishes around here, and I've upgraded. You can upgrade your dishes, and you can see I've been working on this to get it to level 4 to level 5. I think that I can sacrifice. This is a pretty good gain, in my opinion. So I'm going to sacrifice 10 things of meat to enhance this dish. And I can skip these, but I wanted to have some of the cutscenes for you to see.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to sacrifice 10 meat. Like
This
the
was
idea
awesome.
here, like, oh, he had to fuck up a little bit to figure out exactly how to get the perfect marlin sushi. Oh no. Oh no, buddy.
Yes. So now I've got 34 of these. I'm going to max it out because this is the event. So we're offering a lot of that, which if I sell all 37 of these at 187, that's pretty good. Now I've got these sorted by taste because I want to increase that tonight, but I can change that to be when I obtained it, the price, level, etc.
Okay.
We're gonna just put out as much of the shark stuff as we can.
So if it doesn't get purchased, then it's wasted. Yes. But that is the risk that you run.
That's the risk that I'm running, or I'm just like using up my resources tonight. Like there's 29 here. I'm just gonna do, let's say 10 of that one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold off on those, but this one here, the vegetable sushi, I'll put some of those out tonight because I've got the stuff to it. Actually, I'll enhance this once.
Sure. Yeah. 55 burgers, 55 fries.
Yes, absolutely. That goes out. We'll add 2 more, and then I'll show you how this plays out. That is a pretty easy upgrade to make. And we'll do one more upgrade. Oh, I got tons of these guys. We'll maybe upgrade this a few times. Yeah. Cool. So then I will do 20 of those. Or 15. We'll do 15. All right, that's our menu. I've got the staff in place. And I'm going to open this bad boy up and see how we do for this event.
Okay. If you don't put out enough food, do you get to a point where it's just like, oh shit, we're out? Sorry guys, the restaurant's closed now?
Yeah, I mean it'll run through that. The other thing over here, the wasabi stand, like if that goes all the way down and I don't get to like making more wasabi paste, then they just won't make sushi dishes. So I got to keep an eye on that too. But I've got these two ladies helping me. They're going to be working on pouring drinks and delivering food. We've got 3 chefs cooking the food up, so that's going to keep that going pretty quick. So it's 3 and 3. 3 of us serving, 3 of us cooking, and I will show you what that looks like when we open up. This is the most chaotic part of the game. So people come in for the big event. They're going to start wanting new things. And they want the sushi, so they're calling that out.
Yeah, they all want the marlin, baby.
So we're going to take these down. I'm going to go as far down here as I can. And I try to remember like who came first, but it's always the best is to just get it to the right folks without them having to like start to get pissed or peeved. I'm going to pour a quick beer. This one you want to have 20% foam. We're going to try and get a nice pour in there. Not perfect, but good. Oh, they need their food there. They're getting real pissed. Deliver it. Come on. Cool. The servers are doing great. We'll go and deliver these dishes. Dave gets tired pretty easy.
Yeah, it seems like the servers are way better at doing this than you, but they're also, like, this is what they do.
Yeah. And then over here, like, you have to sometimes clean up, get a little extra tip. Oh, I need to make shit. Forgot about this. Gotta make the wasabi.
Do you like wasabi?
No, but I eat it on my sushi. We're gonna lose that one, I think.
I don't. I just want a little soy sauce on that. That's it.
All right, come on, Bobby. You can get down there.
I do like spicy food. I don't know. Wasabi's never quite done it for me.
All right, cool. We made it. I think we're gonna deliver okay. I think this was a very successful night. Look at that. All right, we got through our run. And did we get the likes that we needed to upgrade? I think we did okay there. We made some good money too.
Looks good.
Let's see here. Let me just show off how that will play on upgrading. I'll show one more thing from a diving perspective. Oh, auto. Okay. So this is gonna make us go to the farm. I wonder if that means, oh, his son's there. This is what I'm talking about, man. It keeps adding more stuff to it. Chickens?
I like that they just flipped the pixels, so it says balls backwards now.
Yes.
That's
yes.
really good.
What's up with chicken? Okay. Eggs, chicken farm. Oh,
nice.
All right.
Hey, you can make a lot of stuff with eggs.
Oh yeah. Grade A, grade B. Okay, raise chickens. So you can acquire eggs in the morning. Cool. I collected a chicken. Wonderful. Let me head back to the boat, show off just a few more things here, and then we'll wrap up this quick look.
Sounds good. Seems like a good game, Bobby.
This is, I can say with full confidence, it's one of my favorite things I've played this year. Absolutely.
So it is on PC. It's on Mac. They have announced that a Switch version is coming later this year, which has me excited because that's the system I like. But yeah, it seems really, really cool.
We're not quite there in the best taste. I thought we'd get that one. I went over. This is the farm app, but you don't have to go back to the farm if you don't want to. It'll let you know how things are growing. I can start to grow. I'm growing garlic. You can see that. So I would have had that for the marlin dish. Mm-hmm. I want to show 2 more things, Chase. If that's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a quick mini game with your friend in mind.
I feel like Duff plays a lot of this game.
Duff does.
Okay, got double jump, sure. Yeah.
Oh, Duff is. Oh, okay.
You have to avoid the weebs. I like that.
Yes.
Good. Wow, the weebs seem to just be fine running over the pits.
Yeah. So this was unlocked. There was an entire Guitar Hero segment that you had to do with Duff.
Okay.
And it was the most waifu weeb ass thing I've ever seen. It was fantastic.
Do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the game? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything from playing the minigame? Like, do you get anything You have to get a certain score to get Duff's respect on something else, or
I have not. I don't know if you get like upgrade materials or not. I haven't gone too far with it. This is a whole ass thing that's very different. This is the Sea People Village, Chase, and if we wanted to, we can ride a beluga whale while we're down here to speed things up.
Okay.
But this is where you go to pick up quests and to gain more currency on things. Here we can find spider crabs, and this is where we're going to get some of the materials that you'll need. Let's accept that mission, and we'll go ahead and just accept all these. So we've got those picked up. What I wanted to show off down here was this guy. So I have not delivered this yet, but I've been working on a dish for the sick blacksmith. So I got some coral porridge that we made at the shop to bring down to him to make him better, and I think this might allow me to hopefully upgrade a shop that I can like get new gear. Doesn't look like maybe it does. Okay, maybe we'll come back to that and see. But down here you're getting to interact with a lot of folks, and this is where like the main story kind of has been going on, finding artifacts and doing shit down here. You've got all these areas. You got a seed shop that you can buy to take stuff up to auto. You got a whole restaurant down here, job board, but there's this arcade, and there's some fun little mini games in here that you can gamble on. So like find the pearl, shark teeth, card matching, all kinds of just wild shit down here. That's, again, more and more stuff to do. We're getting a nice little song here with Dave.
Yeah, okay. This is pretty cool. I see why you like it.
It definitely hits like that part of my brain, you know, like resource management, collecting it and all that. So anyway, man, this is Dave the Diver. It is, I think, $20 if I'm not mistaken, and I am not alone in having a deep love and appreciation. This seems to be very, very popular, and people are falling for Dave very hard.
There is a Dave the Diver Deluxe Edition that's 27. No, it's 10% off. I don't know. It's $26 right now.
Nice. I hope this comes to Switch soon, Chase. I think that this is a game that you could definitely enjoy. Like, there's some Animal Crossing trappings in some of the stuff. Not a ton there, but just like your daily stuff that you're doing, like what we're doing on Animal Crossing, of course. But
but unlike Animal Crossing, like, it's not doing real time stuff. So you just kind of can go in and keep playing the game as much as you want. Whereas something like Animal Crossing, it's, oh, hey, you played for an hour and the things, your things are done. So either you change your internal clock or you just fuck off until the next day.
Totally. But yeah, Dave the Diver, very good game. We've talked a lot about it on our podcast, The Casual Hour, and I think that we'll be talking about it even more near the end of the year on our podcast, Casual Hour. And if you want to make sure that you know what's happening with all those things, we've got lots of reasons and ways for to do that. So if you're on our YouTube page right now, which you should be, you can like and subscribe here, because we will bring over not only our quick looks, which happen twice a week, we'll bring over all of our prior streams, which you can find on twitch.tv/casualhour. And from there, Chase and I will be streaming on Mondays, where we do more like run-based games. We'll be also hanging out with Johnny on Fridays, where we'll play things like Diablo 4 or Exoprimal. But our podcast, if you're more into just hearing what we have to say rather than watching it, you can absolutely pick up our podcast wherever you follow other podcasts every Friday morning. Chase, thank you for letting me show you one of my favorite games this year, Dave the Diver. It is very good.
Thank you, Bobby.